In honor of our first day of World Showcase Week, here is a story by Diane Kruger called A Name from the Sky. Did you know that there are special powers inside every one of us? Finding mine took a long time, but when I found them, everything changed. It all started when I learned the true meaning of my name. In the small village in Germany where I grew up, all the other children thought I was strange. I didn't like playing soccer or catch, and my pet bunny, whose name was Benny, came everywhere with me. My best friends were the characters in my books. I loved telling Benny all about them. Benny and I loved reading about faraway places and people from other lands. I also liked dancing all by myself in the forest behind my house. There was something else that made me stick out. My name, Diane. No one in my village had ever heard of such a name. It didn't sound German at all, like Anna or Lena or Heidi. Why did I have to be Diane? But then one day, my mom showed me a book about a powerful goddess. You see, Diane, you are named after her, Mom said. Your name comes from the sky and from the forest. When the moon was full, she dashed through the woods with her bow and quiver. Mom told me even more about the goddess. She was a fearless huntress, strong-willed with magical powers. She brought light and kindness wherever she went. And, just like you, she loved the forest and looked after the animals. One day, my love, you will learn to use your own given powers, Mom said. You'll travel the world and people will see how well your name matches the woman you have become. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Me? As special as a goddess? What could my powers possibly be? I started going to the forest behind our house every night, hoping to see her. While I was waiting, I told Benny all about the adventures I would have and the places I would visit once I found my powers. Oh, how we laughed and danced around the trees, thinking about all the fun we'd have. And then my dream came true. I think it's time for you to spread your wings and see the world, Mom said. How would you like to see England? England! Oh, how I longed to see that faraway country I had read so much about. Would I meet the Queen? I would get to speak English. There were more people in London than I had ever seen in my entire life. And to my great surprise, no one laughed at me when I told them my name. They even called it pretty and not unusual at all. Tonight I will show you something special, Mom said, and we got all dressed up to go to the theater. The theater looked like the most magnificent house I had ever seen, and there were lots of people in fancy dresses and gold chandeliers everywhere. Our red velvet seats creaked when we sat down. The stage was mysteriously hidden with a heavy-looking curtain. All of a sudden, the lights dimmed, the curtain opened, and the show began. I felt like lightning struck me. As I listened and watched the story unfold on stage, the people in the audience laughed and cheered. I saw the actors turning into their characters and making us believe in them, and I realized these would be my powers too. I would tell stories and make people laugh and dream. I couldn't wait to tell Mom about my plans, and when I did, she hugged me and said, "Off you go then, my love. I can't wait to watch you tell your stories." And so I did. I practiced telling stories by acting them out. The more I told my stories, the more confident I got. I even learned to speak French and went to Paris so I could tell my stories there. The meaning of my name was right after all. And so, when I found out I was expecting my very own baby, I thought long and hard about what to call her, until I found a name that came from the sky and from the forest. Nova, Tennessee. Nova for the star that brings light on the darkest nights, for the promise of a new beginning that each day holds. In Tennessee, for the beautiful Smoky Mountains where her father and I waited for her to arrive, wondering what she would be like. Now, every day, Nova, Tennessee grows and changes. I can't wait to watch her learn to use her powers. What about you? Do you know the meaning of your name? And have you found your own special powers yet? Hopefully, each of you will be comfortable sharing the meaning behind your name, and hopefully we are all still on the search for our own special powers.